Okay, so what you're going to want to do first is type WCAP into the search bar. The first link there is the Washington Comprehensive Assessment Program portal. That's where you want to go. Interim Smarter Balanced and ELA Math Assessments is the wrong thing to click. You don't want the interim, you want the summative. Which is funny because they both take you to the same spot. So even if you click the wrong one, you'll be okay. Here's the top of the page. That's not what you want. You want to get down here to the bottom of the page and find TA interface. When it asks you for your email and your address, what's going to happen is you're going to have to reset your password for this school year. And it should give you a message. Maybe I did my password wrong, but anyway, every single year you have to reset your password. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit reset password. You'll put your email address in there. And it's going to send you a link to reset your password. The link expires in 15 minutes. I'm going to pause this and go ahead and reset my password right now. Okay, so I reset my password, which was an unusually painful process. You have to have a password that's at least 12 characters long. Yay! Once you log in, you'll get to a screen that looks like this. Very simple. All you need to do is click Start a New Session Now. What's going to happen is it's going to ask you if you want to give an interim. The answer is no. Not gold, you want blue. You want to do a summative Smarter Balanced assessment. I'm going to show you two ways to do this, and it really does not matter which way you do this. I just don't want you to freak out if you think you have possibly clicked the wrong thing. So let's say that I totally mess up and I'm giving the ELA test and I click that. I'm not really messing up though because this will still work. I have to say I agree that I recognize that I am administering a summative assessment. And what has happened is you can see it has opened the CAT, which is the CAT, Computer Adaptive Test, allegedly computer adaptive. I don't think it is though. And the PT, the performance task for every single grade level. And what a lot of people think is that when a student logs in, they're going to see this entire list and have to choose the correct test for themselves. That is wrong. Let's say that I'm a 7th grade student. When I log in, I will see the 7th grade CAT and I will see the 7th grade PT. I will have the choice between the two of those. Those are the only two tests that I will see available to me as a 7th grade student, even though all of these sessions have been opened. My recommendation, especially when we first begin the test, I do believe that ELA wants to start with the performance task first. So rather than just clicking the ELA box, what you want to do is hit the plus sign over here and decide, do I want to give the computer adaptive test or the performance task? I think ELA wants to give the performance task first. So let's say again, I'm that 7th grade teacher. I hate the word drilling down, so I'm not going to say that. I can keep opening these folders until I get to the summative G7 ELA PT. Now that will be the only test available to the student when they log in. They will not have the option to start with the CAT. And so I'll talk to your ELA constituents and make sure that this is correct, that they want to start with the PT. But that's what we'll do. I can hit start session and I get a session ID up here on the board, or on the thing. I need to write this on the board because this is the key code that students are going to use to join my test. And so let's say what's going to happen is I get students logging in. This approvals thing will start lighting up and you're going to have to click approve, 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 approve as students come in. There is an approve all button, so you don't have to click it like 30 times, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's say that you're working on the PT and there are students that are finishing the PT and you're like, gee, I have an hour left. I want them to start the CAT, but I don't know how to get the CAT on here now. What you need to do is click select tests. Now, even though I have already started a test session, I can come here and add the 7th grade CAT to the options that are available to students. And so I do that and I say add session. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes, I am. And then students could start logging in with the CAT and I would have to start approving them again. At the end of a test session, you want to make sure that you hit stop session, because what would possibly happen is a student could leave if you don't hit stop session and continue working on the test somewhere else, even though probably no one would ever choose to do that after testing for 3 hours. But anything is possible. So you'll get a list of students here. You'll be able to see their progress, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop session and show you what that looks like. It says this will stop testing for everyone, even if students are not logged out. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. And that deactivates the test session so students can't get into the test anymore. The next day, you just go through the same process, and that's about it. So, yay.